How goes it? How are you guys doing? Today I'm here to propose something crazy. Based off what we know, based on chapter 1043, guys, I think it's probably useless to say not to spoil because of just how excited everyone is. Spoilers are trending on Twitter. So like I said, staying away from the comment section. So based on what we know though, I got something crazy I want to talk about. And it's off of one picture, right? Well, we have some more context. One with Luffy supposedly being Joy Boy, which a lot of us felt like he was. The connection Zunisha has with Luffy through what we assume to be Luffy's awakening. I don't think many people are on board with the idea that Luffy's been taken over by Joy Boy. I mean, has that happened before? Well, we have the Hakuba type thing where it's like, we would hate that. Just flat out, we would hate that. So we're just gonna go with inherited will, and this is Luffy's awakening, and the awakening of the devil fruit is what Zunisha has sensed. Now, judging off of what's happening, seems like Luffy is oozing goo, which when you see that, you think of Katakuri. So what I want to throw in the air is, what if Luffy's devil fruit has all three capabilities? I've thrown it out there before about how, one, the Gomu Gomu no Mi being rubber, right? So that's Paramecia. The switching between forms, that's Zoan, and then three, the goo, the oozing of the goo now, it seems to be Logia. I want to come at this from three different angles. One is if Luffy's devil fruit is a Paramecia. Two is if Luffy's devil fruit is a Zoan. Three is if Luffy's devil fruit is a Logia. In a recent talk with like some other content creators, people really hate the Zoan idea and people don't like the Logia idea at all. People like, the idea that it's a special Paramecia makes a lot more sense because after the fight with Katakuri and after Katakuri, I don't know if a lot of you guys remember, Katakuri was a Logia. All of a sudden, not really a Logia. He's a special Paramecia. We're like, what the hell is that? How many special Paramecias are there? We're going to approach it first as Luffy as a Paramecia, Luffy as a mythical Zoan, Luffy as a Logia, and we're going to explore these options as awakening. But then at the end, we're going to talk about something special with Luffy's devil fruit, which we haven't seen from any other devil fruits, right? So, okay, let's get to it. First thing, well, let me ask you guys, you got to look down, look at the sub button. Maybe you're watching this video, don't realize you're not subscribed. Take this time out to subscribe because this is going to be a pretty entertaining video because we're going off of things that we've seen in the past with every single devil fruit category. So one, the Paramecia. We've seen a couple Paramecia devil fruits be awakened. I don't want to speculate with Cracker. I would assume he is, but then I assumed a lot of people were awakened in Wano and that wasn't the case. So we're going to use two devil fruit users, Crocodile and Katakuri. Not Crocodile. Doflamingo and Katakuri. Those are two Paramecia users that we've seen who have been awakened. The properties of their devil fruit, it's weird because I've talked about this before, how devil fruit, even Paramecia, can be categorized even further into, I did make a video about this 2017 actually. I don't even know who did this, but they kind of tried to organize Paramecia devil fruits, and they had enhancers, producers, transformers, and effectors, and then you had undecided that were some outliers. So first, enhancers. Some of the enhancers were basically a permanent change of the physical state of the body, as well as taking on the properties of that substance to some extent. So these people were Luffy, Alvida, Mr. One, Brook, Kuma, Capone, and Bellamere. Not Bellamere. Blamenko. So again, a permanent change to the physical body and then taking on properties of that substance to some extent. Luffy, obviously his body goes to rubber. Alvida, the smooth body. Mr. One, the steel body. It's a permanent change to their body. Then you have producers, able to produce a substance as well as control it. The body does not physically change. And that goes back to Dofi, right? Where Dofi is a producer. His body does not turn to string, however, but he produces string. Then you have Mr. 5, Nuko Robin, Mr. 3, Hina, Foxy, Bluno, Khalifa, Perona, Magellan, Whitebeard. They produce these things, but their body does not physically change. But then you have transformers. They're able to change the state or properties of their body at will with a limited effect on others. So Buggy, Miss Valentine, Mr. 2, Bellamy, Absalom, well now Kid, Apu, Aruj, and Azuma, Shiki, Baby 5, Buffalo. So again, they're able to change their body, the limited effect on others, which I would assume once you're awakened, you can probably affect others as well as your own state of change. But then we go to effectors, right? Uncommon, but they're able to alter themselves and people or environment around them. This is the crazy one. We have and these, to be honest, I don't want to label these as special Paramecia, but you have Apple, right? Able to separate the part of the body. Jewelry Bonnie can change other people as well as herself. Law, right? Just crazy. Boa Hancock can turn people to stone. Ivankov, the hormone changes. Suru can wash fold. Fujitora, gravity. Leo can stitch people. Then Gladius, he can cause things to pop, but just just not actual people. So these are effectors, and this is not as common. Then the undecided are Gecko Moria, Basil Hawkins, Vanderdecken, Viola, and Pika, because they can transform, they can affect, they can produce. It's not an enhancer though, because it's not a permanent state of change. Gecko Moria can transform. He's a bit different. Basil Hawkins, he's a bit different as well, because he can transform, he can affect other people with the straw. If we can go down the list, I think we can pretty much point out the special Paramecia devil fruits. But then we go to Katakuri. He's not an enhancer necessarily, because it's not a permanent state of change, but he can produce mochi and he can transform his body. So if we're going off of this, I would say special Paramecia are Paramecia devil fruits that can have multiple categories within the Paramecia family. So again, enhancers, producers, transformers, effectors, and undecided. Katakuri can produce, transform, and also affect, and then he has the other ability of being sticky. So he's obviously a special Paramecia. For Luffy, could he be a special Paramecia? I would say so. With the rubber, the body functions with gear 2nd, gear 3rd, and gear 4th being able to transform to a completely different form. Can't necessarily produce rubber, but the point is trying to find out his awakening as a Paramecia. And if we're saying he's like Katakuri, where he's a special Paramecia, he can transform, he should be able to produce more rubber. That's what makes more sense here. And then we can look at the last panel and he seems like he's oozing rubber, but that's more Logia type, right? It seems like it's oozing and it's falling off of him, but it makes sense based on what we think awakening should be. It's not very I guess what the word is, imaginative, right? It's not like, oh my God. Something I thrown out in the past was like Luffy's awakening based on what we've seen in the past was like Gentle, right? Where Gentle has like a bunch of different rubber things and you can bounce off the air, things like that. But then when you go to Gear 4th, they talk about how Luffy's body, how he's bouncing off the air, it's a bit weird, and how Kaido talks about rubber shouldn't be able to do that. We speculate that Luffy's on the brink of awakening. That's what we assume the Joy Boy is what's going on here with Zunisha. But for the most part, Luffy should be able to produce more rubber, right? Like Katakuri and Doflamingo, more of the substance. That's what the awakening should be if his devil fruit is indeed a Paramecia. Now, let's go to Zoan. You've seen the theories. Hanuman theory, which is great. The Son Goku theory. Son Wukong. I fucking meant Son Wukong. I don't know why the hell I said Son Goku. Maybe because I was watching Dragon Ball Super. Who the hell knows? Anyway, continue with the video. There's a part of me that just wants to keep saying Sengoku. But either way, first it would have to be justified. This entire time him being rubber. Secondly, I would expect Luffy to get a weapon, but we don't really know the awakenings of Zoan or mythical Zoans. Sure, for Zoans, those are simple. Impel down, you go off of the stamina and just getting up, not being able to fall down, which I guess that's in line with what Luffy's able to do. But say Luffy's Hanuman or Son Wukong, we have nothing to base it off of. Kaido, Marco, Yamato, Sengoku, we don't know what their awakenings are. So if Luffy is indeed that, there's no way to speculate what that could be. Why haven't we seen that? An awakening from any mythical Zoan. Now, Logia. The most exciting and least interesting at the same time, because Logia awakenings, the only thing we can base it off of is Akainu and Aokiji. And all we can say is they can change the state around them. How would that work? For rubber, I don't know. If Luffy is, go back to resin or tree sap or whatever we were saying, and it's an actual Logia fruit. And that's why Oda changed it from Katakuri being a Logia to Special Paramecia. And that's why, Special Paramecia is the favorite clearly to me, because the parallel is there for Luffy and Katakuri. So if you change it from Logia, you keep it as Special Paramecia, it's showing you what Luffy should be able to do in the future. But it's like Katakuri is always, well, you know what? We don't know that. I was gonna say he could always produce mochi, but we don't know that. And maybe that could be Luffy's change, where he could then be like Katakuri as an awakened user. Which, again, based on the last panel, that's what it seems to be. So that's where I'm leaning. Special Paramecia, multiple effects. He can produce, transform. That's crazy, right? Because the categories that I just gave you guys, to enhance, to produce, and transform, right? Where he can enhance his body. He can produce, well, he can't produce rubber yet, but he can transform to different gears. So the only thing left is producer and affecting your surroundings. So the crazy idea I wanted to throw out, right, before you guys get out of here, is that you should sub to the channel. Right? You made it this far. Look down, see if you're subbed. If you're not, click that button. But no, seriously though, the crazy idea is, what if Luffy's devil fruit, being the special Paramecia, has all the effects or can do everything every other devil fruit can do? Meaning, so far we've seen the rubber, but then the transformations like Zoans, and then the Logia, that's what we're seeing now. So Luffy is one of one, where he's the only devil fruit user that can do that. That's why the Gorosei were worried about it, because if you combine all those different things, you could produce a form that's pretty much unstoppable, right? If you can affect your surroundings, alter the body, blow up with air, blood flow, you could damn near create a Titan, right? And then if you create a Titan, you can damn near create a continent puller. And if you're altering the state of change and affecting other things, bro, it is insane if that's where Oda is going with this. I mean, that's something to be scared of. Now that I throw it out there, it's not that crazy. It is really not that crazy. Luffy has a Gear 4th form where he transforms into completely different things. Bound Man, Snake Man, Tank Man. It's not that crazy. But guys, Give me your thoughts. Luffy Devil Fruit, Luffy Awakening theories have been in abundance, but it's something I was thinking about. I wanted to get it out definitely before the chapter comes out. Again, I can tell you guys not to spoil, but for me, I'm gonna stay away from the comment section. Chapter should be out tomorrow, if not tomorrow or Friday. But honestly, I can't wait. I can't wait for this chapter. I just want to try to get into it without being spoiled and knowing shit. I've had people try to sabotage me unknowingly and knowingly. I'm tired, but I'm excited. I can't wait for this chapter. But guys, give me your thoughts. If you already have insight and you've read the spoilers, don't cheat, right? I mean, these thoughts are gonna be for next week's comment video because I'm staying away from y'all for right now. Leave your thoughts below. You may make it into the comment section video next week because I didn't get to do one this week. I apologize, but you understand why I can do a comment video this week, right? It's too much going on, right? Too much. It was way too much going on. But guys, give me your thoughts. Make sure to like the video if you did. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Follow me on Twitter at BragoDAce. Follow me on Instagram at BragoD.Ace. Thank you to my patrons. I appreciate you guys all so much. Again, guys, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
I start doubting me, I felt lost. I rewrite it.